Hello, good morning. It's Friday morning. I said and promised myself I was going to record at least every day and use that to use as a bit of a journal of how the homestead is going. So, though I do work on a homestead more than I would be recording it, some of it can be recorded. So, why not? Why not? I mean, I like it. I want viewers. I want people to see what I'm doing. So let's turn around and start to look at that. All right, so Ella came out because she has to use the restroom. It's early in the morning. I did take a few sips of my coffee, but that's all I did. We're going to let her have her business so she can do what she's doing. And this is the start of my 2 garden beds. The 2 garden beds are in front of my house. I set this homestead up into a permaculture design. I am a permaculture artist. Permaculture is permanent agriculture. And what that is what I'm creating. It's like a one and done. Like once I have the system set up, it will be that way without me doing anything. This area, the community around it, all will take care of itself. So this here is the peach tree. I come out and I check all of the trees regardless of weather or anything else because I need to know if anything has changed. So if I come here and see anything different, then I have to investigate. Like here, I know I didn't do this. And it was not like that yesterday when we were filming. I know there are so many wild squirrels around and they will be digging. That's why it's very important that I make sure I put layers of mulch and soil on these areas so the worms can, 1, do their things underneath, and 2, the squirrels won't have as much to try to dig up. So I'm sure they saw these. So these are garlic chives and onion bulbs that I plant here. And I'm also allowing a few of the native, like this here. This is henbit. You can tell because of how the skirt is. So yesterday I showed y'all dead nettle. Very close in relation, also a part of the mint family along with the dead nettle. This here is henbit, and henbit is a part of this natural ecology of the soil here. I did not plant it. We moved in and all of this was here. We saw the gorgeous purple flowers popping up across the yard and we loved it. So we took care of this. So I do have things. I actually planted companion plants around the base of the tree, but that is something that we stay mindful of when animals or anything else come and bother the state of your plants, your trees, because we started a whole orchard. This is a whole peach tree. It looks not much now. It doesn't look like much now, but you know, it's coming along. This here is my blackberry bush. And I'm going to keep saying blackberry bush right now until it comes out more with more leaves, because I believe the other one over there is the mulberry bush. So we shall find out. This could be the mulberry bush though. This here is the blueberry bush. And remember, we're always looking to see if anything changed. But it's looking good. Yeah, it's looking real good. You can kind of see. I'll see if you can see it. You can kind of see. Okay, here. Yeah, I think I have to hold it for you to focus. There it is. You can kind of see a few of the buds coming up on the blueberry bush. So, yay! Here is the pear tree. Let me get out of the sun. Again, we're looking for any changes. So this is a change here. I did not put this here. So there are different things that animals do, and animals do the most amazing things. Just so happened that I don't want them to touch my trees, so that's that. But this is the pear tree. Yep, it's a little taller than me. The pear tree. All right, and then we're gonna come over here. This is the raspberry bush. And see, even though it's not right at the raspberry bush, look at this. We know some kind of wildlife dug this hole. And it is so close to here. Like, why? So I'm just going to cover that up, hoping that they know another way out. And let's look at the raspberries. Yes, look at that. That's our green. That's what we want to see, our green right there. Okay, let's cover that back up. Move my glove. And we are going to continue on with our garden tour. The blackberry bush, see a few things on it. Spider webs. So I always come through on my bushes anyway, and like make sure I put my hands on it and just make sure I'm going through the leaves in case anything is on it. That touch is everything for them. So again, mulberry or blackberry bush, we don't know yet. We will find out. I could do an identity search on that one because it does have leaves. So we shall see. This one here is the plum tree. Apologies. Plum tree. Told you I only had a few sips of my coffee. This is what you're getting early in the morning. This is the plum tree. A little bit taller than me. Not as tall as the pear tree. But the plum tree was actually one of the first trees along with the peach tree over there. So there's the peach, there's the pear, that's the mulberry or blackberry, that's the blueberry, that's the blackberry or mulberry, and this is the plum tree. I believe it's a red Santa Rosa plum. And here, see, spider web. This is my cherry tree. Yes, my cherry tree, my Bing cherry tree. And beautiful green here, but this was just planted this year. I saw this on sale at Lowe's and I was like, I am buying this because I do not have a cherry tree. So this is a Bing cherry tree. It will not bear me any fruit this year. I'm not expecting it to, but a year or two it will. Seeing green is great. It did not have any before it came, so, and it was also really cold then, so I'm happy about it. This here is my grapevine. Here I'm just making sure there's nothing on it, and I see other vines coming up right here, so yay. And I'm still seeing green right here, so yay. So that looks good. Look at this grapevine. This one's connected to that. Buried them down. My glove. Buried them down. So that's my grapevine. And here is my miniature olive tree again. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Miniature olive tree. And of course, the wife's apple tree. See, this have a few spider webs. And I understand we have a few loblolly pines up there. So it comes straight down onto it. So I just want to take my hand gently across the branches. I don't want to break anything that's growing on it, but I want to gently just wipe my fingers across it to take off any spider webs, to take off any type of beetles or insects that could be climbing on it. I also will be doing companion planting around all of these trees here. It will be kind of a tree guild, and I can't wait to talk to you about that. If you don't know what a tree guild is usually you're doing a permaculture setup, but you're connecting the trees along with the permaculture setup with companion planting to where you're permanently having their environment, and it will produce for you for many years to come. So you're setting up for one and done. I am not as young as I may seem. Yeah. So this is the tent area. Showed you that yesterday. I actually flipped this over like a couple of days before the storm because I was hoping, I don't know what I thought. I thought this spider web here in nest was going to dry out. I feel like I'm going to have to get rid of it myself because it looks actually thicker. Oh, it just popped in my face. That's what the ringing was. Oh yeah, so these marigolds are looking good. I never came out and finished cutting off the rest of the dead matter from the marigolds, but I will. I need to harvest the rest of my dead nettle because it only comes up this time of year, and then I'll have to wait. So I'd rather just have it and dehydrate it and do what I need to do. I'm getting into freeze drying too, so a few of my things will be freeze dried. See, look at this. Why is this space here? You already know an animal did it, but which? So that's it. My compost pile I gotta finish doing. I did actually plant a few seeds here, but I don't think any of the seeds that I planted here actually took root. So yeah, all that space I will be planting in. And then when you look at the rest of our space, over time, this is just like our chill area. Over time, we'll be building out here. And I'm planting everywhere. I mean, stay tuned for all of that. I am committed to setting up my 1.6 acres into a permaculture paradise. I love food forest. This is where I'm starting to build my greenhouse. See, the house is there. I do have plenty of plants up there. I'm going to try to incorporate all of that. There's Ella. So this is where the greenhouse is going to go. When we first got the property, it was pretty isolated because here were a bunch of trees and a lot of dying trees. Some of the dying trees I left there, but I'm breaking it down because it makes great soil. So that's why some of these are still here. But we pretty much don't believe in wasting anything. In permaculture, you want to do something like reuse it, reduce, reuse, recycle. So all of the things that came from the ground, I want to give the nutrients back to the ground and not keep stripping from it. That's why it's so great. This one little lonely bulb is not much, but when we're looking out the window, that's huge for me to say, okay, that's there. So I'm going to be putting a whole bunch more lights back here because I want to see from the window at night because it gets pretty pitch black. Oh yeah, and I wanted to show you all around the property I've been finding wild patches of garlic. Yo, so I've been seeing them around, and at first I was like, what is that? And I had to do a Google search, and then I had my AI assistant and my plant identifier tell me the same exact thing. I had to do a little research and clip up some and smell it and test it for what it's supposed to be. And it definitely is wild patches of wild garlic. Can you believe it? How lucky did we get? So again, that was part of the reason why I wanted to buy kind of this wooden forest because you never know what you'll find as you're digging through, cutting down, planting, and seeing what native plants are coming up as you're deciding what will go where, what parts of the land keep soil moist or damp or completely like muddy and just trapping it like it's a pond. So my property do extend back over here, but we'll save that for another time, because right over there it is 2 boulders and I thought that was cool. I kind of want to turn that into a picnic area, so like a table bench, you know. People don't like the word picnic, but you know, I say what I want in my 40s. So walking along, you'll see the progress I've done. I've created trails through the property. We are putting sheds in several spots, mainly because my wife and I always want to run away from the rest of the family and just chill and not feel like we have to speak or perform or do anything else. So what we are doing is, for the nights we just want to go out but we don't want to go out, we're going to have chill sheds. So we will be creating those. Okay. Again, just a few sites. I was talking to my wife about where we're going to decide to put our little chill shed. I guess that's it. The more and more I do on the property, like I need to do something with all of this, but I'm keeping it natural. So with the permaculture aspect of it, it will still look like a natural environment, but ways that we can walk through and work with the land, and hundreds of sunflowers will be all around. Ooh, speaking of sunflowers, I need to go and put seeds in my bird feeder. Yeah, let me go get all that together and I'll be right back. I have to go get the stuff for the bird feeder. I want you to see it.